I'm going to get started by priming my eye. This is less than I would normally use, but I'm going really light on the eyeshadow, so I don't need as much. I'm also bringing some primer along my lower lash line. I'm using a couple eyeshadows from the Blend Bunny Cosmetics Dollhouse palette. First, I'm using the shade Porcelain just to set my lid. I'm using this because it's so similar to my skin tone, so it blends in really nicely. In my outer V, I'm applying the shade Pose. I'm bringing that onto my outer lid and through my crease. This is one of my favorite blending brushes. It's the BH Cosmetics number 5. I'm also applying this eyeshadow along my lower lash line. I'm connecting it to the outer V. I'm applying some white eye primer to my inner corner. I'm setting that with some matte white eyeshadow from the GourmadeGirls Spooked palette. It's a really cute Halloween themed palette that just launched recently. I'm also adding some white sparkles from the Dose of Colors Frozen Ideal Duo. I'm just applying it in my inner corner and then bringing it up onto the lid a little bit. I'm using some black eyeshadow also from the Spooked palette, and I'm just bringing this along my lower lash line. I'm extending it out just a little bit. I'm using my white eye primer and a small liner brush. This is Suva Beauty's 620 brush. I'm just going in and starting to map out where all the bones are going to be. I start with the 2 arm bones and then go into the hand bones and then of course the finger bones. I try to make the lengths of the fingers accurate, like the middle finger being the longest, the pinky being the shortest, and the other 2 being approximately even. You can't exactly make out every bone, but for now, this is a good enough plan. I'm just setting the primer with a little bit of translucent powder. The next step is outlining all of the bones. I'm using NYX Cosmetics Epic Ink Eyeliner. If it's easier for you, you can probably use water-activated black eyeliner as well. For this step, I also turn my mirror so that it's on the zoomed in side, and that helps more than you might think. I noticed that the bones were just too uneven compared to the other eye that I already did, and it was really bothering me. I decided to just wipe some of it off. I used a Q-tip and some micellar water. I just patted over that area with some eye primer and eyeshadow and just repeated the same steps. I mapped out the fingers to make them more even with my other eye and then just outlined them with the NYX eyeliner. For the last step of the skeleton hand, I'm just going in with water-activated eyeliner from Glisten Cosmetics, and I'm using this to really shape out the bones. I already have the bones outlined, so now I'm kind of filling them in with white, but also using the white to fix any areas that I used too much black. It's really easy because the water-activated eyeliner just goes right over the black liner. This brush that I'm using is actually like a paintbrush. I got it really cheap from an art supply store, and I cut off some of the bristles to make it thinner and easier to do detail work with. I like this eye a little bit better, but it's okay. It's midnight and I'm not trying to be here until 5 a.m. I'm using the NYX Epic Ink Liner to create a little inner corner point. And I'm going to connect it to my lower lash line and my upper lash line. I'm using black retractable eyeliner along my waterline and my tight line. The one I use is waterproof. It's from the Sephora brand. I'm going back in with some black eyeshadow to add more smokiness along my lower lash line and also set the eyeliner on my waterline. I'm bringing that black out and really smoking out this little corner wing that I added underneath the hand and thumb bones. I'm using Milani's Anti-Gravity Mascara, and then I'm applying Lily Lashes 3D Faux Mink in the style Beverly Drive. For my highlight, I used the same product that I did for my inner corners, which is Dose of Colors Frozen Ideal Duo. For my lips, I'm using Colourpop's Lippie Pencil in the shade Ashton. I paired that with NYX This Is Milky Gloss in the shade Cookies and Milk. I'm in love with how this lip combo came out. I think it complements the makeup really, really beautifully because of that cool toned transition shade that I put through my crease. Here's the finished look. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I will see you in my next video.